Welcome to Dubuque's broadcast of the Saints game versus the Varsity Cedar Rapids Riders. Giving the announcement right now for the Rider starters. These are the Dubuque starters now. Coach Off will start at defense. Bryce Besham will join him. Gives the Cedar Rapids bench a nice stare down there for no reason whatsoever. Kirk steps out. Box blowing in the non-existent wind. Cody Sweeney steps out. Gives a glance to the bench as well. And Sammy Ruiz will finish out the forward line. Colton Stoll makes his first start at varsity for the season. So we'll wait for the Saints to get started here. Some scores from around the league. Quad City JV just finished up with an overtime win, or shootout win, I should say, over the Kansas City JV. And in Quad Cities. The Capitals and Mason City are underway in Des Moines. The JV Dubuque team won over Cedar Rapids 4-2 just before this. It was Sioux City over the Oakleys. The Oakleys JV over Sioux City 4-3. And we'll get to the rest later as we're just about ready to get started here. Puck's down. Sweeney will fake an injury. And we'll try the Rockford play. Can't quite connect on it. Puck goes down to the corner. We're going to get a penalty here. On Dubuque, it looks like. Cedar Rapids will carry it up. It's Brady Ray. Cross-ice pass. They're on the far side, down to the corner. Tries the center, redirected in front, not quite on net. We'll touch up for the penalty. Just going to see Cody Sweeney go to the board or bench for, looks like a rough. 2 minutes roughing. Dubuque, which struggled a little bit on the penalty kill last weekend against Lincoln. We'll get it opened up early here. Severding loses the face-off back. Walker's got it. He'll go D to D. Shot towards the net, deflected there. Comes over. Severding's got it in front of the benches, and he'll come with a little speed. Gains the zone, takes it wide. Shot, saved. Who we got net down there for Cedar Rapids? It looks like Leland. So Severding will stay out. He's got Meyer on him with the penalty kill. Cedar Rapids wins the faceoff. Back to the D. He'll take it behind the net. Walk it out the far side. Up the far boards. Just out of his reach. Back to Schilling. Schilling dumps it back into the zone. Cedar Rapids will go back to regroup. D to D behind the net. Crawl around. We're on the far side. Tries to play it up to the near side. That's Ramsey. Ramsey up to Taylor. Stolen there by Severding. He'll play it in front of the boards. Back into the Cedar Rapids zone. Cedar Rapids will go at it again. Stolen there. That's Cal Meserich. He had a shorthanded goal last week. He'll take it to the corner. Kick it back below the goal line. Joseph Ross comes in hard. Kick back out to center. Schilling's got it there. He'll fire it up to Ross. Ross tries to knock it into the zone. It's held up there. Cedar Rapids has got it now. Held in just at the Dubuque blue line. Back to Schilling. Schilling takes a moment. Sends it the length of the ice. Leland will try and stop it there. Left behind the net. Meserich still being a pesky. He'll wait in the slot. Tipped out. Cedar Rapids plays it through center ice. Stolen there by Sammy Ruiz. He'll send it to length. Leland again stops it behind the net. Cedar Rapids will pick it up, carry it out the near side. A little speed through center ice into their attacking zone. He'll turn, cut back. That's a McNulty. He'll fire it to the corner. Again, played up the far side. Leland will race over the corner and get it for McNulty. Corbin Deutsch didn't see action after he took his 10-minute penalty in the first game. He's back out there now. Dubuque kills off its penalty. Finally. Cedar Rapids has got it. They'll go D to D. Pierce blows a wheel. Slides on by. Kick to the neutral zone off Deutsch's skate for no ice. Beschen plays it behind the net over to Suk. Suk plays it up the near boards. Scab and Netherly can't quite get it there. It's battled on in the corner. Netherly's got it on the near boards. Brady Ray shot on net. Saved by Stoll. Sammy Ruiz will walk it over to Pierce. Glove down there into the corner. Sammy Ruiz back to get it. High off the boards. Missed the boards entirely, and we'll get a stoppage. Face-off will come to the left of Stoll. Joe Ross will step in. Knocked through the middle there. Kirk's got it on the near side. Aerial pass to the far side. It's going to go for an ice. I didn't start the clock at all there. Damn it, she had one job. Ruiz will step in for the face-off. One back to Sukuchov. He'll try and play it behind the net. Bastion manhandled in the corner there by Boatman. Or that's Crosby. Played up the near side. Sukuchov will chase. Leaves it for Ruiz. Ruiz battles there. Shot on net. Saved by Leland. Duke sends some fresh D out. We'll get Cody Cruiser, Braden Schilling. They'll play behind Ruiz, Kirk, and Sweeney. Puck down. Cedar Rapids has got it. Around the back of the net. Over to Schilling. Schilling can't quite hold it in. Come out of the zone. Cedar Rapids has got it there. They'll walk it up the far boards. Dumps it down in the corner. Around the back of the net. Cruiser will play it around. Kirk kicked out to the middle. Sweeney or Schilling can't quite get it there. He'll send it the length of the ice. And we'll get an icing. Fresh set of legs out there. We'll get Nico Ruiz. Newly named captain Benny Meyer. Prior to Bellevue, Iowa. And Blake Sieverding. Sieverding steps in for the faceoff. Knocked back to the Cedar Rapids D. They'll dump it down to the corner. Around the back of the net. Cruiser's got it there. Loses it momentarily. Back to the Cedar Rapids D. Fired on net. Tipped in front. Battle puck loose. Now back behind the goal line. Squirts over to Braden Schilling. Schilling will carry it up the near boards in front of the benches. Little speed. Tries to dump it on net. Puck is deflected off to the far corner. Cruiser holds it in. Gets it shot. Weak trailer over to Leland. Wrapped around in the near boards. Benny Meyer fires it over to Cruiser, who can't quite hold it in. Squirts out. The Saints will clear the zone. Cedar Rapids gets a little time to break it out. Long cross-ice pass stolen by Sieverding, but recollected in the middle by, I believe that's Peterson Brett. Cruiser's got it now. Plays it up to Ruiz. Ruiz over to Meyer. Meyer in the blue line. Carries it. Tops of the slot. Loses an edge. No call. Cade Weiner making his first varsity appearance of the season. Knocked down low behind the goalie, or behind the Cedar Rapids net. Cedar Rapids will break it up in the middle. Brady Ray will get a piece of it. Not enough. Goes on Stoll, who directs it towards the corner. Sook's got it there. He'll play it over to Beshin. Beshin up the side to Meserich. Stolen there. Held just in. Sook tries to play it over to Beshin. Brady Ray's there to knock it down to the corner. Cedar Rapids has got it behind the net. They'll try and walk in front. Feeds it in front. Pop shot. Besh has got it now. He'll cross it to Weiner. Weiner and Meserich. Meserich drags the heel. Shot on net. Saved by Leland. Nice save on the initial shot. And then Callum Meserich got a little bit of a rebound. Leland was quick to cover. Gavin Netherly steps into the face-off. Kicks it over to Deutsch. Deutsch high in the slot. Shot saved by Leland. Puck to the corner. Netherly's there to get it. Deutsch has got it on the near boards. Netherly back in the corner. Wraps around the back of the net. Pierce will battle for it there. Gets run over. Deutsch is over to help him out. Netherly again on the boards. Schilling's got it on the net. High shot. Hit something in front. Not quite to the goalie. Ramsey tries to clear it out. And gets it up. Cruiser plays it in. Gets it to Pierce. Pierce battles on the near board, or far boards. Near boards last week. Up the boards. Gets it past Cruiser. Netherly will go back to get it. He's got Schilling D to D. Aerial pass right on the tape of Schilling. Schilling's got it. Cedar Rapids coming in with a little speed. Tries to get it around Cruiser. Cruiser knocks him off the puck. Follows him to finish the check below the goal line. Cody Cruiser now carrying it up the boards. Play it around. Still battle for on the near boards. Deutsch pitchforks it out. Can't quite get it out. Schilling now below the goal line. He'll wrap it around. Deutsch battles for it there. Back to Schilling. Sammy Ruiz says, let's try the other side. So Pierce is over there. He gets knocked down. Cruiser says, no, I like this side. He'll send it back on the near. Schilling throws a nice elbow. Tries to center. It gets blocked. Chipped out in front again. Cruiser will get it from the far corner. Tries to play it up. Pierce gets it up to Kirk. Kirk's going to carry it up the middle with some speed. He's got Ruiz with him. Nice little dipsy-do play. Just out of the reach of Ruiz. They'll play it up the far side. Queenie holds it in. Cedar Rapids steals. Peterson Frett carries it in. Top of the slot. High shot. Wide. Goes into the corner. Boatman tries to center it. Doesn't quite get there. Maybe that wasn't Boatman. No, that was Boatman. Beshan's got it on the far side now. Turns. Walks it into the zone. High slot. Kirk tries to take a shot. Can't quite get a piece of it. Follows through on his man. Severing's going to go back and collect it in the defensive zone. Cross ice pass to Besh. Besh has got it center ice. Fires it up to Sweeney. Sweeney takes it into the zone. Fires it on net. Leland gets a piece of it, but it goes wide to the corner. Comes all the way out of the zone, out to center ice. Schilling gets it back in. The Saints tag up, and they'll go back at it. Leland kicks it off to the side. Riders collected behind the net. Bad pass. Sweeney's got it now in the corner. He'll walk it up the near boards. Get knocked off there. Severing's there to help him out. Ruiz hops in. He'll battle forward in the corner. Wrapped around to the far side. That's Cam Spangler. And Cedar Rapids has got it. They'll break it out across the blue line. Benny Meyer steps off the bench and knocks the puck loose. Knocked down. Battled back and forth. Pushed in front of the bench. Schilling's got it now. Tries to play it. Gets it out just outside the zone. Ramsey's got it there. Stolen by Ruiz. That was a hook that went uncalled. Myers got it. Walks top of the circle. Deflected. High off the glass. Off to the far corner. It'll come out to the blue line. Severing steals it there. Gets a shot on net that doesn't make it to the net. Cedar Rapids plays it out the board. Spangler manages to knock it down. Feeds it down low to Ruiz. Trickles to Leland. He'll cover for the save. So we've got 7:38 left in the first period. Saints are leading in shots, 5-2. Score still 0-0. Saints will send Meserich, Ross, and looks like Cade Weiner over on the far side. Puck goes low. Meserich has got it below the goal line. Tries to feed it out to Ross, who can't quite get a piece of it. Cruiser fires it back down to Ross in the corner. Comes Weiner's got it behind the net. Kicks it out in front. Knocked loose. Saints battle for it. Callan Meserich ridden to the ground. Cody Cruiser fires it to the middle. It's stolen there by Cedar Rapids, and they'll carry it out. Played it out to the blue line. Stolen by Meserich, covering for Cruiser. He'll knock it down below the goal line and press the issue. Fired over to Weiner. Nobody in the center. Weiner again in the corner. Knocks it back. Sagers has got it. He'll get it back to Ross. Ross manages to haul it in. Hard hit on the boards. Cedar Rapids is going to come down the far side. Knocked over to Cody Cruiser, who'll kick it back up. Weiner's not going to win the race. Joe Ross will stick his nose out there, though. Cade Weiner bumped off the boards hard. Welcome to Varsity, kid. Cedar Rapids plays it off in front of its own bench. Gavin Edley goes in and presses the issue. Pearson Frett kicks it up. Pierce tries to throw it up the middle. It's stolen. Cedar Rapids will counter. Boatman pushes through. Peterson Frett carries it in. They'll walk down the near side. Hold on the boards. Netherly pushes the issue there. Sukachov tackled below the goal line. Now we got Meserich carrying it up. He's got Pierce. He'll give it to him. Pierce will carry it to the near corner. Shot from a bad angle. Saved by Leland. He'll kick it to the far side. Deutsch steps into it. Can't quite hold him into the zone, but does steal the puck. Netherly gives it back to Beshan. Beshan over to Deutsch. Deutsch will get it in the zone. Netherly will press. Knocked out the puck. Cedar Rapids has got it now below the goal line. They'll go D to D. Wrapped around to the near board. Sook's got it there. Tries to fire it on the net, and it's blocked. Cedar Rapids below the goal line. They'll play it to the far side. That's Brady Ray. He'll kick it off. Carried up the middle by Cedar Rapids. Shot just wide of Stoll. Looks like he thought he had a piece of it and kind of chicken winged him, but went wide. Cedar Rapids has got it now. They'll throw it back to the near corner. Played on the near boards. Still battled for there. Saints send a couple men to help out. Deutsch manages to walk out of there. Carey just held in on the blue line. Shot wider than that. Comes around to the near side. Shot blocked by Suk. Ruiz plays it around. Near shot. Shot towards the middle. Blocked in front. Brady Ray fires it again. That's a nice save by Stoll. Cross ice pass just out of the reach of Pierce. Cedar Rapids will dump it back in for icing. And I didn't start the clock again. 4:45 left in the first period. Score still 0-0. Sammy Ruiz will step in. He's got Sweeney and Kirk. Puck's down. Cedar Rapids has it. They'll carry it through center ice. Into the attacking zone. Big hit by Schilling. Back to the neutral zone. Cedar Rapids has it. Walker gives it over to his D partner. Played up the middle. Ruiz has got it. He'll kick it ahead just out of the reach of Sweeney. It'll go below the goal line. Cedar Rapids will leave it there. Sammy Ruiz will battle. Cedar Rapids to the far corner. Up the far boards. Chipped out. Schilling will go back to the defensive zone. Collect it there. Plays it up the far side. Ruiz up to Sweeney. Battled through center. Kirk grabs it. Dumps it down low. Cedar Rapids will collect in the slot. They'll bring it up. Cross ice pass. Little 2-on-1. Sammy comes back to help block it out. Pass through the middle, just uncollected. Physical play down in the corner. Schilling's got it now. He'll walk it behind the net. Leaves it for Spangler. Spangler's got it. She'll play it up the near side to Kirk. Kirk kicks it off to Ruiz. They'll get it just outside the zone. Stolen there by Kirk. Kirk fires it into the zone. Leland will stop it behind the goal line. Leaves it there for his D. Cedar Rapids pauses for a minute. Trips his own man. Sieverding's got it now. Tries to get it to Meyer. Meyer with a goal! So Benny Meyer takes a nice feed from the corner. Gets the shot. Leland makes a nice save. Collects his own rebound and tucks it home 5-hole. I'll give the Saints a 1-0 lead here with 3:16 left in the first period. Puck goes down into the Cedar Rapids defensive zone. It'll go D to D. Up the middle. Played into the zone. Cedar Rapids backs it out into center ice. They'll go back into the defensive zone. They'll go at it again. Suk comes up, presses the issue. Cedar Rapids carries it wide. Stolen there. Still controlled wide. Joe Ross tries to play it out. Stolen. Finally gets it out. That's Cade Weiner on the far side. Joe Ross aerial pass. Out of play. Puck's down. Netherly loses it there. It's down below the Dubuque goal line. Deutsch will go back and get it on the near boards. Back to Suk. Suk goes D to D over to Besh. Besh fires it out the boards. That's Pierce. We've got 2 minutes for roughing. Going to someone with a very complicated name that I won't even try and pronounce. So Dubuque will get its first shot on the power play here. They'll send out Sammy Ruiz, Cody Sweeney, Joe Ross, Carter Kirkenbush, and Blake Besh on the one defender. Face off one. Ruiz gets it back to Besh. Besh over to Sweeney. Sweeney walks it tops of the circle, feeds it down low to Ross. Ross behind the goal. Gets it out to Kirk. Kirk's got it on the wing now. Wires it. Shot. Deflected in front by Ross. Gets by Sweeney. Cedar Rapids will clear. Into the stands. Dubuque's going to get that power play killed off right away as Sammy Ruiz is going to get a hooking penalty. So we got some 4-on-4 hockey. Kirk and Sweeney. It's a pretty good combo if you only got 4. Besh leaves it for Sweeney. Sweeney carries it through center ice, gives it off to Kirk. Kirk walks down low, shot, saved by Leland. Sweeney jumps, tries to play it there, can't quite get a handle on it. Sweeney's got it now, though. Tries to feed it up. Brady Ray, far side, he's got Sukachev back. Jumped in, we get a 2-on-1, nice toe drag, just misses the net. Cedar Rapids has got it on the near side, walks around, fired from the high slot, into the netting. And we'll get a face-off with 1:34 left. Still playing 4-on-4 hockey for another minute 9. And then the Rhinos will get a brief 20-second power play to finish out the period. Face-off won by Cedar Rapids. Back to their D. Walker's got it there. Fires it towards the net. Unmarked man in the slot. Can't quite get a piece of it. Dubuque will clear it down. Mesrich is on a race. Oh, 6 inches short of an off, or beating out the icing. Normally in a hybrid icing, he was the first one to the dot, but that's not the way it works in this league. You got to get to it before it gets to the line. Joe Ross will step in for the faceoff. He'll Referee Fox isn't real happy with the Dubuque bench. Trust me, Raf, I've been there. Cedar Rapids Dubuque's got it though, carried around the back of the net. Schilling's got it up the near side, carries it in front of the benches. All the way into the attacking zone. He'll dump it down below the goal line. Leland knocks it to the back of the net, but knocks it off, kicks it out in front. Nobody's home. Cedar Rapids has got it on the near side. They'll try and fire it down. Mesrich knocks him off the puck. Schilling's got it now. Schilling battles for it down the boards. Mesrich has got it. Nice little move. Knocked off the puck hard. Ross with the big hit. Finished in the corner on Ramsey. Cedar Rapids will carry it up. They've got a man ahead. Can't quite connect on it. That's going to be an ice. So 16 seconds left to 4-on-4. Cedar Rapids will get that brief power play. Dubuque still leading 1-0. Kirk will come out with Sweeney at forward. We got Besh and Suk on the D. One back. Suk's got it. He'll play it over to Besh. Back to Suk. Suk walks it down the far side. Into the corner. Down to Sweeney. Sweeney's got it below the goal line. He'll walk it into the corner. Give it back to Besh. Besh will give it to Sweeney. He'll walk out in the middle. Stolen there. A little bit of a 2-on-1. We got a bad change going on. Weak shot. Saved by Stoll. Walk to the corner. Played around to the far side. Dump down into the corner. Suk's going to get it there. Pin there. Saints are going to be content just to muck it for the last 2 seconds. And that's what will happen. So we'll go into the intermission with the Saints with a 1-0 lead. Shots on goal in favor of the Saints also, 8-5. We'll see you back in about 15 minutes. And we're back underway here in Dubuque. Start of the second period. Cedar Rapids has got it at center ice, knocked loose. Meserich gets it over to Ross. Ross dumps it in. Leland makes a save, kicks it to the corner. Meserich pushes the issue in the corner. Knocked up the near side. Cody Cruiser's got it there. He'll dump it down low to Weiner. Weiner walks it up to the blue line. Ross knocks it down low to Meserich. Can't quite get a handle on it there. Ross tries to fire it in front. Cedar Rapids makes a save. Knocks it back up to Schilling. Shot over the net. Cruiser's got it at the blue line. Little time. Shot into the back of Ross's legs. Played up. The Cedar Rapids will carry it out of the zone. Cruiser makes a stop there in front of their bench. Played down. Cedar Rapids has got it now. Kicks it out to the center ice. Meserich has got it on the far side. Schilling jumps in to help out. Nice toe drag by Meserich. Shot just saved wide of the net. Schilling's got it in the corner. That's Sweeney in the corner. He walks it behind the net. Cedar Rapids steals there. That's Ramsey. Cuts it back. He'll go to the far corner. Cross ice pass just out of range. He'll go the length for an ice. Saints coming for the faceoff. Sammy Ruiz. He's got Kirk and Sweeney with him. Cedar Rapids wins the faceoff. Back to the corner. They'll play it up the far side. Up the far side boards. Too far for an icing. .37 left in the second period. Bash and Suk back on D. Cedar Rapids wins the faceoff. They'll get it down to the corner, wrap it around to the near side. Sweeney goes down, knocks it down low. Kirk's got it below the goal line, tries to feed it out front. Sammy Ruiz. Not sure how that didn't go in. That was an amazing save by Leland. Ruiz literally had 90% of the net to shoot at, and he knew it. Dubuque will send out a fresh set of forwards. We'll get a look at Deutsch, Pierce, and Netherly. Cedar Rapids tries to make a late change. Dubuque's the home team. They'll get the last change. Netherly steps in for the faceoff. Cedar Rapids wins it to the corner. They'll play it around the back of the net. Back behind the net again. Trying to break it out the far side. Long pass just out of the reach of Beshin. We'll wave off the icing. Beshin will play it around the backside to Suk. Out of the zone. Cedar Rapids now has it in the neutral zone. They'll go D to D. Dump it in. And we're calling icing on that one. Okay. So we'll get a look at Weiner, Meserich, and Ross. Fresh D2 will get Schilling and Cruiser. Ross for the faceoff, one back. And Schilling's got it. He'll dump it towards the net, just wide. Cedar Rapids again trying to bang it hard off that glass, or the boards. They managed to get it to center ice the hard way. Pierce, nope, that's Ross has got it. He'll dump it in. Cedar Rapids back. Logo D to D. Hard up the boards again. We're going to get another icing. That seems to be what they're going to try and do. They're playing it hard off the boards. Not high off the boards, just hard. Trying to catch a man crossing across the center of the ice. The timing has just been off. They've got a number of icing calls on that. Just haven't connected on it. Dubuque's really going to take advantage of this last change now. Face off won by Dubuque, but Cedar Rapids gains control. Taylor carries it up the middle. That's offsides. It's going to go uncalled. Cedar Rapids has got it on the near boards. Walks it in the corner. Floated out to the slot, but no one was home. Nico Ruiz plays it off the boards, out to center ice. Cedar Rapids collects in their own defensive zone. Benny Meyer with the steal. Shot, saved by Leland. Kick to the near corner. Schilling back at the point. He'll play it across to Cruiser. Cruiser walks it down low. Shot just wide. Comes around. Ruiz is there. Ridden hard into the boards. No call there. Schilling with a shot. Hit something in front. Meyer can't quite get a handle on it. Tried to feed up the middle. Schilling just out of his reach. It'll come back to neutral ice. Cross ice to Cruiser. Cruiser walks it across the red line. Runs into the Cedar Rapids player there. It's battle forward center ice. See what we're going to get here. Ruiz is going in for that late hit. There was a delayed call beforehand. It's a really long name, but I don't think it's Peterson Pratt. Might be. 5-on-5. I think that was mainly the result of the hit that Ruiz took on the near side. Maybe a little retaliation. Face off at center ice. Sammy Ruiz will come in. Sweeney and Kirk will switch sides. Cedar Rapids wins the face-off. They'll play it up the near far boards. Ruiz has got it. He'll circle back. Cross ice to Beshin. Beshin tries to give it cross ice. Nobody's home. Cedar Rapids with a little chance here on the penalty. Oh, it's actually 5-on-5. So played up the near boards. Kicked out. Besh gets it over to Kirk. Kirk backwards to the neutral zone. Fires, shot on net. Goal! So Kirk with a nice shot from distance that sneaks through the chicken wing of Leland. Ruiz dumps it down low below the goal line. Cedar Rapids will go back to collect. They'll try and play it around the back. Sweeney fires it through the slot. No one collects there. Played around again behind the goal line. Ruiz has got it now. He'll try and play it down low to Kirk. Kirk's got it below the goal line. He'll walk it to the corner. Fires it back to Besh. That was not offsides. That's an absolutely terrible call, and I don't mind saying it. Beshin got it on the blue line and managed to hold it in. Ref thought it was out. I'm going to go back and review that tape pixel by pixel and call the ref and tell him he was wrong. Ruiz in for the faceoff. He'll get it back to Besh. Besh over to Kirk on the arena football play. Cedar Rapids can't quite get it out. Now they do. Out through center ice. They've got a 3-on-2 developing. Knocked loose there by Sammy. Kirk gets it. Now Suk steps in. He'll walk it down to the circles. Cuts back at the goal line. Feeds it back to Kirkenbush. Kirk bombs it in from the blue line. Sweeney catches a late rebound and fires it wide of that. Suk knocks it down low below the goal line again. Cedar Rapids has got it now. Nope. Kirk takes it back. Feeds it for Ruiz. Ruiz tries to feed it out in front to Sweeney. Sweeney gets it back to Sukachev, holds it just in. A little incidental out there at the blue line. Another big hit on the near boards. Back to Schilling. Schilling gets it in the zone. He'll press too. Cedar Rapids with a high play off the glass. That'll go for icing. Those offsetting penalties are over. We'll get Nico Ruiz back, and this player turns around. I'll tell you who it was. He's not going to turn around, so I'm not going to tell you. Netherly wins the faceoff down into the corner, just out of the reach of Pierce. It comes up to the near side. Knocked back below the goal line. Cedar Rapids has got it now. They'll try and break it up the middle. Gets just a piece of it. We got a 2-on-1. Schilling back, trying to separate him. Shot, saved, rebound, goal. So Cedar Rapids capitalizes on an odd man rush. Schilling took as much as he could of the pass as he could. Shot came. Stoll made a nice save. Gave up a rebound, and it was slammed in past him. So 2-1 now. Puck down. It'll go over to Cruiser. Cruiser stolen at center ice. Big Joe Ross comes in, lays the body. That was Cedar Rapids' first varsity goal of the season. Lost in front. Joe Ross shot 5 feet wider than net. Up the far boards. Chipped over Cruiser's head. Cedar Rapids has got now. Joe Ross tries for a big hit and misses. Tried to clear it out. Patton holds it in. Dumps it down below the goal line. Cedar Rapids will collect on the far boards. Plays it around Cruiser. Ross with another big hit. Cedar Rapids players down in the corner. We'll get a stoppage. So we'll pause for a moment here while the Cedar Rapids players looked at. So the injured player for Cedar Rapids was Jones, number 27. Looks like they're going to get him off the ice. Saints will leave Ross, Cade Weiner, and Cal Meserich out. Puck played back into the Dubuque defensive zone. Stolen behind the net there. Kicked out in front. Meserich has got it on the far side. He'll bring it up the ice. Still battled for there. Weiner's got it now. Puck knocked loose. Meserich gives it back to the D. Cruiser gives it over to Schilling. Shot blocked in front. Schilling recovers. Chips it back to the middle. Cedar Rapids gets it. They'll play it off the boards. Length to the ice for an icing. Two to one here in Dubuque. 10 minutes left in the second period. Seberding steps out with Meyer and Ruiz. Face off one back to Dubuque. Beshin's got it there. Chips it up to Ruiz. Ruiz knocked off the puck. I think Ruiz has got a little fire in his blood since that hit along the boards. Beshin with the steal. Tries to shoot it on net. Puck goes to the corner. Benny Meyer with a nice hit. Back out to Beshin. Beshin will go D to D over to Suk. Suk fires. Blocked in front. Knocked up the near boards. Cedar Rapids got another developing 2-on-1 here. Holds just in time for Blake Seberding to drive him into the corner and knock the puck loose. It'll go behind the net. Beshin knocks it around to Ruiz. Ruiz kicks it up. Meyer throws it off the boards. Gets it out of the zone. Battle for it center ice. Meyer and Ruiz knock it into the zone. Meyer's all alone down in the corner now. They'll knock him off the puck. Play it to the far side. Sammy Ruiz now. Cedar Rapids hits that long man finally. Sukachov's got it. Plays it hard off the boards to Schilling. Schilling carrying it up the far side. He'll play it up to Kirk. Kirk's got it. Hits the brakes. Cedar Rapids player knocked down. Far side. He'll carry it around. Try and pass it up the middle. Sammy Ruiz will get a piece of it there. It'll go all the way down to the goal line. He'll chase it down there. Tries to leave it. Gets caught in the skates. Cruiser comes in. Helps him out. Chipped it up. Stolen. Oh, Sweeney's got a piece of it. We got a 3-on-1. 3-on-1 going the other way. Kirk gets over to Schilling. Sweeney, who misses the net. Schilling gets a shot from the point, and Leland with a nice save. Meserich, Weiner, and Ross will step out at forward. Suk and Besh on D. Cedar Rapids wins the faceoff. Back behind the goal line. Tried to center out in front. Ross with a shot. Nice save by Leland. Ross in for the faceoff again. Refs will reset it for the wing on the backside. Creeping in a little bit. Looks like they're going to try and throw Ross out too. Maybe not. Cedar Rapids with the faceoff one again. They'll wrap it around the near boards. They've got it now. Played it out to center ice. Nice quick turn there at the blue line. Brady Ray's got it now. Stalls at the blue line and way off sides. .7:53 left in the second period. Saints leading 2-1. Shots on goal are currently 15-7 in favor of the Saints. Netherly in for the faceoff with Pearson Deutsch. Another Cedar Rapids win. Deutsch steals it though. He'll carry it down the far sides. Fans on the shot and just kicks it down below the goal line. Pierce throws it in front. Leland just gets a piece of it, sits in the crease before Cedar Rapids can clear it out. Sook's got it there, stalls for a minute, and then dumps it back in. Cedar Rapids struggling to get it past their own goal line. Now they'll throw it out to middle ice, just out of the reach of Schilling. Stoll kicks it to the corner. Schilling wraps it around the far side where Pierce collects it. He'll try and play it up a little too hard to Sook. Cross ice pass knocked down by Deutsch. Over the near boards, that's Ramsey. Across the middle, D to D. They'll fire it on net. Saved by Stoll. Rebound kicked out into the slot. Dubuque will send it the length of the ice. No icing called. Leland's got it there. He'll leave it on the goal line. Cedar Rapids will collect. Fire it across the side. Deutsch with a big windup that goes 3 feet wide of the net. Sieberding's got it now. He'll play it over to Schilling. Schilling will loft it across the middle to no one for an icing. Sammy Ruiz will step in for the faceoff. Cedar Rapids wins again. Sweeney over to Ruiz. Ruiz tries to send it to length for Kirk, just out of his reach. We're going to get an icing call, and we'll do it all again. Dubuque wins the faceoff this time. Back to Schilling. Schilling makes a terrible clearing pass that goes into the slot. Pinned behind the goal line. Cruiser walks up to help him out. Tries to play it up the near board. Sweeney kicks it off to Ruiz. Ruiz sends it out to center ice. Kirkenbush can't quite get a handle on it. Cedar Rapids has got it just inside the blue line. They'll throw it down below the goal line. Goes behind the net. Schilling with a big hit. Sammy Ruiz steps over. Plays it over. Kirk's got it now. He'll carry it through center ice. Throws it hard to Sweeney, who can just get a piece of it to save the icing. Can't quite catch it. Sweeney's got it now behind the net. Cedar Rapids on the far side. They'll try and kick it to the middle. Sammy knocks it back down. Cedar Rapids battles through the middle. Tries to leave it. Can't quite get there. Sweeney drives his man into the boards. Tries to throw it out. Sieverding walks in. Blocked in front by the Cedar Rapids defenseman. Played down low. Battle for in the near boards. Kicked out. Beshen's got it at the red line. He'll go D to D to Sieverding. Sieverding carries it in the zone. Carries it wide. Fires it 4 feet over the net. Over to Sweeney. Sweeney holds it in. Fires it to the far corner. Sieverding will get it there. Turns. Nice turn to get it out of the corner. Walks behind the goal line. He's rubbed off there. Right out in front. Leland doesn't know where it is. It's loose in the crease. Leland's got it now. Duke's good with the Sieverding line. They'll stay out. Cedar Rapids wins the faceoff, and they'll clear it through center ice. Brady Ray will give a hell of a chase. Stoll plays it out to the corner to get Ray out of the way. Played up into neutral ice. Sieverding's got it there. Across the red line. He gets across the blue line. He's knocked down there. Ruiz, puck loose in the slot. Sieverding's got it. Turns, fires, blocked. Ruiz has got it. Tries to give it off to Sieverding. Gives it back to Sook. Sook fires it on net. Hits the post. Cedar Rapids on the far side. Sook knocks it back in. It's knocked out. Sieverding's got it. Over to Beshen. Beshen walks the red line. Dumps it in. Takes a fortunate bounce. Benny Meyer gets it there. It's loose again. Net comes off and chaos ensues. Leland thought he had it there, and it was about 6 inches away from his glove. So now we'll get some fresh legs for Dubuque. Schilling and Seegers back on defense. Ross, Meserich, and Weiner up at forward. Ross tries to shoot off the faceoff. Not successfully. Sweeney knocks his man down, gets the puck. That's not Sweeney, that's Meserich. Meserich tries to toe drag in the slot. Schilling's got it. Leaves it for Sagers with a nice shot on net that gets deflected out in front. Kicked out in front, struggled. Meserich with a quality shot, but it's going to mug there in the slot, what you're going to expect. Face-offs will be to right of Leland. Both teams satisfied with what they got. Ross gets the face-off back to Sagers. Sagers over to Schilling. Schilling towards the net. Loose puck. Can't quite put it in. Below the goal line now. Cal Meserich has got it. Tries to get it over to the front. Schilling, big wind-up. Saved by Leland. Loose puck right up the middle, but that's going to be just to the left of Colton Stoll for an icing. Ruiz will step out with Kirk and Sweeney. Bashan and Suk back on D. Ruiz for the faceoff. Cedar Rapids controls. They'll make a pass. Brady Ray will run it down. Below the goal line. Kicked out in front. Shot wide. Comes to the near corner. Played out to the D. Blocked in front by Sammy Ruiz. Shot rebound. Saved by Stoll. Bashan plays it up to Kirk. Kirk tries to throw it to Ruiz just out of his range. Kirk's got it now. Kicks it up to Sweeney. Sweeney gets it into the zone. Cedar Rapids will take it behind the net. They'll work it up the far side. Nice pass. Left. Another developing 2-on-1. We got Suk back there. Nice little floating pass. Puck's loose. Oh! Stoll rolled over and it was underneath him. Exposed the puck. Now we got a shoving match going on. A little pushy woo-woo. See if we get anything out of that. No, we're just going to chalk that up to boys being boys. Dubuque will send out Netherly Pierce. Deutsch with Schilling and Passion back on D. Puck's down. Cedar Rapids got it just to the left of the slot. Shot beyond the net. A little pressure going on here. Big hit attempt by Schilling. That was a high stick that went uncalled. Schilling's got it. Walks it off. Gives it to Deutsch. Deutsch cross ice pass to Pierce. He'll walk it through center ice. Tries to get it through the feet. Everyone's offsides. No one cares. It's played back. Cruiser tries to shovel it in. Can't quite get it in. Cedar Rapids will try and push the other way. He's offsides. They tag back up. Schilling will walk it up the middle. Shot blocked at the blue line. We're going to call this offside still. Deutsch tags back up and they'll apply the pressure. Cedar Rapids, long cross ice pass. They're looking for a change. Shot, saved by Stoll. Kicks the rebound out to the slot. That was way offsides. And that's what they'll call it. Saints will send out Weiner, Meserich, and Ross on forward. Suk and Besh on defense. Cedar Rapids wins another faceoff. Battle on the far boards. Meserich has got it now in the zone. Hits it towards the net. Leland gets it and knocks it to the near boards. Weiner down in the corner, takes a hit. Meserich below the goal line, tries to feed it out to him. Squirt it out to the slot. Ross gets it there. Nice save by Leland. Comes up to the near sides. Beshan's got it now. He'll throw it across the Suk just too far in front of him. Wow. Ridden in hard to the boards there. Suk looks like he's all right. He'll get up. Cedar Rapids is playing it now. Through center ice. Big shot from the slot. Saved by Stoll. And we'll get Another face-off. Puck's down behind the Dubuque net. Goes around to the far side. Schilling's got it in the corner there. He'll play it around to this side to Besh on the other side. Loses the handle in the corner. Schilling's got it now. Plays it up to Ruiz. Ruiz gobbled up there on the near boards. Cedar Rapids knocks it loose. Schilling's got it now. He'll find some open ice on the far side. Schilling carries it across the blue line. Tries to get a shot. It's deflected. Goes into the far corner. Benny Meyer knocks it back below the goal line. Thrown up the middle through everyone. We're going to get an icing waved off. Schilling's going to collect it. 1 minute left in the period. Cedar Rapids on the far side runs into Sebring. Cedar Rapids regroups back to the defensive zone. They'll play it up the middle. Meyer's got it there. Big hit. We're going to get a charging call, and then they're going to follow up and keep pushing. Penny Meyer did have his head down, but that Cedar Rapids player didn't care about the puck at all. He was purposely trying to make sure Meyer's clock was clean. We're going to keep arguing. I've never seen that work out for you, kid. So under the box will go. Dubuque will go on the power play. 2 minutes for roughing. Sweeney, Ruiz, and Ross with Beshin and Kirk on D. Puck's down. Dubuque's got it. I'll give it over to Beshin. Beshin to Sweeney. Sweeney to Ruiz. Shot high over the net. Sweeney's got it in the corner. He'll throw it below the goal line. Ross will try and press there. Knock loose in the slot momentarily. Ross fires it across the face of the goal. Sweeney's got it now on the near boards. Sweeney gives it down. It's tipped. Cedar Rapids controls momentarily behind the net. Ross has got it. Tries a nice little handy wraparound. Oh, just two-handed shoved Sammy Ruiz in front. Ruiz up to... it's over to Sweeney now. Sweeney dumps it below the goal line. Ross has got it. Kicks it out to... Oh, shot just wide by Sweeney as time expired. After 2 periods, Saints holding on to a 2-1 lead. Shots on goal, 25-12 in favor of the Saints. Saints will come back in the third period with a minute 20 left on that power play. And no incidents. Both teams head to the bench, or to the locker rooms. We'll see you back in about 15 minutes. So we're ready to get underway here in the third period. Duke still leading 2-1. We'll run the arena football play that doesn't work. Cedar Rapids dumps it in below the goal line. Golden Stoll can't quite get to it, so Suk will pull it out. I didn't start the clock. There we go. Suk carries it all the way down into the zone, leaves it there for Meyer. Doesn't get it. We're on the power play. Schilling, top of the point. Shot wide. Kicks out. Slot. Fired to the corner. Sieverding will collect there. He's got it on the near boards. Gives it down low to Benny Meyer. Walks it behind the net. Fires it out to Schilling. Top of the slot. Weak shot. Riders will try and clear it all the way back. Suk will cut him off at the red line. That's got to be too many. Yeah, that's too many men. I don't think that's really the linesman's call to make, and that's the problem they have with it. So they mistakenly deleted the Riders penalty that was up there. That's going to have to go back. 43 seconds left in that, and the Saints will get a 5-on-3 power play. I'm not sure that was the right call. Again, not paid to ref. It's just a nasty place to make a change when the puck's there. Puck's down. Ross gets it over to Sweeney. Sweeney gets it over to Beshin. Beshin back to Sweeney. From the circle, shoots wide. It's going to wrap around. Beshin's not going to be able to get to hold it in. All the way back to the defensive zone. Big cross ice pass to Sweeney. Sweeney takes it across to the blue line. Holds there. Dumps off for Beshin. Beshin walks. Gives it off to Kirk. Kirk's got Ruiz in the top of the slot. Fired. Saved. Fired back to the near boards. Kirk's got it there. Cross ice pass to Sweeney. Sweeney walks down. Shot and a goal. So that'll do away with one of the Riders' penalties. Dubuque will still have a minute 20 on the power play. Sweeney with a nice power play goal. Dubuque will come in. We've got Sieverding, Meyer, Meserich on. He's got to come to a set. Cedar Rapids wins it. Suk's got it. He'll dump it in below the goal line. I'll start the clock. Cleared the length. Schilling will go back and get it. He's got it below the goal line. Pauses below the net, behind the net. Carries it out of the defensive zone through center ice. Into the attacking zone. Takes it wide. Drops it in the middle for Meyer, who can't quite get a handle on it. It'll come across to Sukachov. Back to Meserich. Meserich to Schilling, who comes to the top. Suk walks it down the near side. Dumps it down below the goal line. Meyer's got it there. Gives it back to Suk. Can't quite handle. Manages to recover. Back to Schilling. Schilling over to Meserich. Through the middle. Can't get Meyer there. Sukachov's got it now. Gives it down low to Meyer. Meyer walks behind the net. Gives it off to Meserich, who tries to leave it for Schilling. Cedar Rapids steals. They'll take it into the zone. Ketsukai flying down the middle. Shot just wide. Saints are going to try a quick counter. They'll play it all the way up. Cedar Rapids has got it in front of their bench. Still got it in front of their bench. Sukachov run down from behind. Not feeling real well about it either. Cedar Rapids counters. They'll come up the far side. Sammy Ruiz runs a man into the wall. Kirk's got it now. He'll leave it there for Beshin. Beshin stretch pass up to Meserich. Meserich across the blue line. Stalls there. Throws it to the middle. It's lost. Ruiz manages to hold it in. Gets it down to Cruiser. Cruiser from the dot. Saved by Leland. Cruiser's now got it behind the net. Tries to fork it back to Kirk. Kirk shot. Dropped down by Leland. Little pushy woo-woo. No calls. 13:56 left in the third period. Saints now leading by 3-1. Power play is over, so we'll be 5 aside. Dubuque will send Sweeney, Kirk, and Ruiz out. They've got Cruiser and Besh back on D. Cruiser gets the puck, back over to Besh. Besh shoots it down the middle, tipped, just wide. Kirk battles in the corner there, tries to feed to Ruiz, can't quite get a handle on it, comes up to the near boards. Cruiser fires it down, it's held there. Battled forward at the blue line. Kirk walks away from it, stolen there. Hills has got a little bit of a step on Cruiser, forces him out, tries a turning pass and can't quite get it. It's on the near boards, back to the D. Shot, saved by Stoll. Rebound, and another save by Stoll. Ross will come in to take the face-off. Wins it back. Schilling plays it around the back of the net. Sagers will go to get it there. Big hit on Sagers behind the goal line. Mesrich leads it off for Ross. Ross brings it across center ice. Runs over a man who tried to hip check him. That may not be the player you want to step in front of. Mesrich has got it now just outside the blue line. Carries it in. Stolen there. Ross manages to keep it in the neutral zone. Played back. Ross has got it now. He'll dump it in. Mesrich will go chase in the corner. Gets it just beyond the net. Tries a wraparound. He's pushed off there. Little Cade Weiner's wallpapered on the back glass. Brady Ray carries it through center ice. He'll take it wide. Schilling will muscle him into the boards. Joseph Ross helps him there too. Schilling can't quite get it to Weiner. Tipped in front. Stoll kicks it to the corner. Schilling's got it there. Fires it up. Late hit on Schilling. Shot from the blue line. It's kicked out in front. Mesrich has got it now. He realizes everyone changes, so he'll dump it into the corner and he'll go for a change himself. They'll say he didn't quite get to the red line, so we're going to get an icing. Seems like a ticky-tack call, but so we got Sieverding, Meyer, and Ruiz out there. Face off, won by Dubuque, but kicked up to the Cedar Rapids D. Passion's got it there. He'll play it around the back of the net. Battled in the near boards, knocked out into the central zone. Played up. Battle just inside the red or the blue line. Benny Meyer's got it in his skates. Can't quite get a hold of it there. Sieverding's got it right in front of the Cedar Rapids bench. Knocked down to the corner. Ruiz picks it up out of the corner, tries to center it. Cedar Rapids walks out with it. Ramsey plays it across. We got a 2-on-2. Cruiser with a nice block in front. He'll play it up to Sieverding. Sieverding run into the boards there. Played up the far side. Beshin steals it. Tries to play it up. Cedar Rapids knocks it back in below the goal line. Stoll can't quite get there, so we'll wrap around to the near side. Down below the goal line again. Cedar Rapids tries to feed it out in front. It's blocked by Meyer. Meyer plays it up to Ruiz. Ruiz kicks it over to Sieverding. Sieverding will advance it up the ice, dump it in, and he'll go for a change. We'll get that top line. Sweeney Kirk and Sammy Ruiz right there. Stopped at the blue line by Suk. Cedar Rapids will regroup. They'll play it up. Knocked back down below the Cedar Rapids goal line. It's back behind the net. Sweeney goes back, causes a little havoc. Cedar Rapids manages to walk it out. They've got it across the blue line through center ice. Two Dubuque defenders there, knock them off. We're going to get a penalty. Slash on Sammy Ruiz is surprised to find it's on him. So Dubuque will go on the PK. Struggled a little bit with it last week, like I said earlier, but we've done a little better killing off penalties. Cedar Rapids' lone goal is on the power play, I believe. I could be wrong. Dubuque wins the face-off back to Schilling. Schilling's got it behind the net. He'll play it up to the near board. Cedar Rapids takes it there. They'll wrap it around the back of the net. Collect it on the far side. Back to the Cedar Rapids D. Walks it down the blue line. Tries to get up into the middle. That doesn't work. Cedar Rapids regroups at center ice. Leaves it there. We'll cut and try and come through the middle. Right down the slot. Not a great idea. It's stopped there by the 4 Cedar Dubuque players. They'll play it up the far side. Meserich, big hit, knocks the puck loose. They'll try and dump it in. Not successfully. Stolen there. Schilling's got it now. Plenty of time. Sends it up right through a Cedar Rapids player. That's going to sting a little. Cross-side pass. No attempt to play the puck there by Belts. He does get a good piece of his Shukachov. Long pass. Tipped at the blue line. That'll negate the icing. Cruisers, however, got plenty of time to go back and get it below the line. Chips it up. Cedar Rapids steals at the blue line. They've got it there. Walks down the slot. Doesn't get a shot off. Sieverding plays it up the near boards. It's going to go the length. Cedar Rapids are collecting the defensive zone. Cross-ice pass. Brady Ray. Cross the blue line. Shot. Saved by Stoll. Easy save. 40 seconds left on that Ruiz penalty. Saints will send out Sweeney and Kirk as the forwards. They'll be backed up by Suk and Beshin. Kirk for the faceoff. 1 to Cedar Rapids. They've got it at the D. Tries to go D to D. Clears the zone. Sweeney will pressure. They'll go D to D again. Up to the near side, our far side. Inside the blue line. Feathered towards the front. Stoll makes a save. Can't quite hold on to it. He'll kick it to the corner. Wrapped around the near boards. Fortunate bounce for Cedar Rapids. They'll hold it in. Dump it down low. Wrapped around the backside. Beshin's got it there. Nice little game of ping pong we got going on. It'll go the length. Sweeney and Kirk will try and control the flow. Cedar Rapids plays it up. Chips it in. It's got it below the goal line. That is an absolutely terrible call. And Coach Dustin Tim on the bench can't believe it. That puck was tipped at the red line, and they blew it. Two seconds left on the penalty kill. A few coaches are trying to land the plane or getting the player to come to the bench. Held in. Cedar Rapids has got it now just inside the blue line. Cross ice pass to Ramsey. Ramsey feeds it across. Beshin steals it there. Leaves it for Netherly. Netherly's got it in front of the bench. Played down below the goal line. Leland stops it there. Played up the far side. Huge hit on Pearson Deutsch. Played up into the netting, and Deutsch is struggling to get off the ice. Looks like that's going to be the end of the night for Deutsch. Got an issue with his knee. Hopefully he's all right. Trainer Jeff Baker. Jeff does an amazing job with all the players. He'll go take a look at them. Puck's down. Sieverding wins it back. Schilling's got it there behind the goal line or behind the net. He'll play it off the side to Cruiser. Cruiser cross ice pass just in front of Sieverding. Play it on the far side. It's dumped back in. Schilling's got it there. Walks out the boards. It's stolen by Cedar Rapids. And they'll try and dump pass. Ruiz will lose a step. Cedar Rapids controls it center ice. They'll take it back to the defensive zone. Go D to D. They'll play with it in front of their own bench. Saints steal. They'll get it in the zone. Knocked down below the goal line. Cedar Rapids will collect it there. The Saints will have it on the far side. Big hit on Ruiz. Still pushing the issue. Seberding will come down, try and help out, dig it out. Cedar Rapids walks out of the corner with it. Held in by Benny Meyer. Sent down just in front of the benches. Cruiser's got it now. He'll send it across to Schilling. Schilling dumps it in from the red line. Late hit there on Schilling. Battle for in the corner. Cedar Rapids will walk it off the back of the net. Nope. Cedar Rapids across center ice. They've got it in the zone. Nice back check there by Cade Weiner. Well, thrown out in front. Knocked loose. Benny Meyer sends it over to Cade. Cade chips off the board. Late hit on Cade. Cedar Rapids through center ice now. They'll leave it for Walker. Walker over to his D partner. Send it up the middle. That's offsides. And that's what they'll call it. Puck's down. Cedar Rapids has got control. Cal Meserich with the head of steam comes in. He's got three players that bounce him around. Cedar Rapids now with control of the puck. They'll play it up the near boards. Ramsey's got it. Takes a slash for Meserich. Beshin's got it at the blue line. He'll fire it up. Weiner gets a piece of it, leaves it for Ross. And we'll get an offsides call. Saints leading 3-1 with 6:05 left in the third period. Sammy Ruiz on the top line come out. Puck squirts by Beshin. He'll go back to collect it. Cross ice to Suk. Suk comes up. Gets hacked there in front of the bench. Tries to clear it down. Stolen to Cedar Rapids. Controls in the defensive zone. They'll play it up. Pearson Fret. I'm just going to call him Sawyer. That's way too much to spit out. Beshin with a turn. Plays it back to Suk. Suk plays it up to Kirk. Kirk can't quite steal it there. Big hit. Saw that coming 5 miles away. Kirk's going to press now. We're going to call that icing, even though it went right in front of our defenseman who just didn't want to play it. Dubuque will send out Ruiz, Meyer, and Seberding. Backed by Cruiser and Schilling. Face up down. Cedar Rapids wins control. They'll take it behind the net. Played it up the near boards. They'll get it out of the zone. Carried into the attacking zone. Shot. 4 feet wide. Ridden hard into the boards after that. Schilling's going to get a call on this. He's going to get a rough. So the Saints still continuing to prove those penalty kill numbers. Take another one. 5:09 left in the third period. Cedar Rapids wins the shot, or wins the faceoff, gets a shot. Stole with a nice save. Faceoff down. Cruiser plays it off the boards. Meserich clears the ice. It'll roll the length. Leland will get a piece of it and leave it for McNulty. Played up the near boards. Back to McNulty. Long breakout pass through no one for the length of the ice for an icing. So we'll get a face-off to the right on Leland. Ross wins it back to Beshin. Beshin will fire it towards the net. Catches the side. Cedar Rapids breaks it out. Ramsey's got it up the middle. He'll carry through center ice. Takes it wide. Big slash by Joe Ross. Back to the Cedar Rapids D. Mazurek can't quite get there. Comes over to the near side. Suk plays it out. All the way back to center ice. Walker takes it into the defensive zone. He'll go D to crawl. Tipped into the zone. Suk knocks it back out. Cedar Rapids will carry it back in. Now Mazurek has got it. He'll play it right in front of the bench. Cedar Rapids will go back to collect it. Leland stops it behind the net. Collected there. Long pass. That is never going to work. Never, ever going to work. But they keep trying it. Hard off the boards goes the length for an icing. Sieverding and Meyer out for the kill. 51 seconds left on that. Puck's down. Sieverding gets it back. Sammy Ruiz playing a little defense. Harkening back to his youth days. Played down to the corner. Cedar Rapids will collect it there. Tries to carry it out the near side. Runs out of real estate to help Blake Sieverding. Cedar Rapids at center ice. Weak pass. Benny Meyer with the steal. Tripped up a little bit. Clean play. Played cross ice. And they'll come through center ice with a bad pass. Sammy fires it down. Behind the goal line. Leland will play it there. Cedar Rapids will collect. Leland struggles to get back to the front of the net. Sieverding's got it. He'll play it back to his D. Beshin there. Beshin stalls. Fires it to the wide side. Leland stops it behind the net. Smooth the transition to the front of the net that time. Dubuque kills off another penalty. Cedar Rapids steps in offsides. I didn't run the clock at all there. 3:01 left in the third period, and with any luck in the game, as Dubuque leads 3-1. Cedar Rapids wins the faceoff again. Plays it off to the near side in front of the benches. Looks like Cedar Rapids is thinking about pulling the goalie. They got the puck in the zone. They'll pull him off. Shot right through the slot. Pick back out to the slot. Ramsey tries to win. Sammy Ruiz wins the race back. He'll press the issue. Cedar Rapids struggling to gain control. They've got it now on the center ice. Takes it into the offensive zone. Battle for in the near corner. Cedar Rapids struggling to get it there. Kirk sends it wide. Sweeney's going to go over there. Keep him honest. McNulty plays to his defensive partner. Almost fires it into his own net. Hits the post instead. McNulty long pass. Got a touch there, so Beshin will have a little time down in the far corner. Can't quite get a clean handle on it. Still battled. Squirts over to the slot. Schilling's got it there. He'll wrap it around the boards. Cedar Rapids can't connect. Nico Ruiz will press. They'll play it around him. Sweeney takes a nice hit. Cedar Rapids plays it up the far side. They got a little time. Long shot saved by Stoll. 1:37 left in the third period. Things are getting a little pushy down there. Cedar Rapids and Dubuque still have 3 more games against each other, so don't get all your aggression out and just today, boys. Save a little. Cedar Rapids will leave their net empty. Actually, they're going to take their timeout. So with 1:37 left in the third period, Dubuque leading 3-1. Cedar Rapids will take their timeout. Discuss what they're going to do with their 6-on-5 advantage here. Even though it's on the other side, I can see Dustin Tim is trying to devise a scoring plan. Coach King setting up a good defensive strategy. His strategy seems to be not to let them score. Seems like a winning strategy. So a minute has elapsed. Time has expired on the timeout. Cedar Rapids will send out Hills, Knutson. Not even going to try and pronounce 91's name. That's Brady Ray over taking the faceoff. McNulty and Belts. Dubuque counters with Myers, Meserich, Ross, Schilling, and Cruiser. Puck's down. Cedar Rapids. Oh, had a man wide open on the back of the net and couldn't connect. They'll play it to the far corner. Ray will pick it up there. Loses it for a second. Plays it up to his D. Back to Ray. Ray toe drags. Walks to the faceoff dot. Kicked over to the slot. McNulty's got it there. Shot it. Kicked wide. Hit something in front. Shot behind the net. Cruiser's got a little chance on it. Plays the body there. Ray walks out of the corner. Shot popped up. Can of corn for Colton Stoll. Dubuque sends out their top line. 1:04 left in the game. Bash and Suk back on defense. Cedar Rapids wins the faceoff again. McNulty's got it. He'll send it towards the middle. In the slot. Bounced around. No one gets it. Chipped out the boards. Beshan's got a little time. Fires it. Chipped away. And it's going to go wide. Cedar Rapids collects it behind the net. Long breakout pass. Stolen there by Beshan. He'll take a shot at it for an icing. .42 seconds left in the third period. Cedar Rapids has got some good opportunities here in the 6-on-3. Looks like the refs are going to discuss whether this was actually an icing. And it is. Imagine that. Dubuque backup goaltender doesn't agree. He's never right. Sammy Ruiz will step in for the faceoff. Wins one. Back to Beshan. He'll wrap it around the boards hard. Held in there. Kirk with the steal. He'll carry it out to center ice. Cedar Rapids will get it there, regroup. Fires it back up the middle. They'll take it into the zone. Big hit on the far side. Maintains possession, though. Sweeney carries the puck a little bit. Gets away with one, maybe. Down on the goal line. Cedar Rapids, long pass. Hits a skate. Kicks over to Brady Ray. Can't quite get it there. Leaves it. Back to Ray. Shot towards the net. Suk plays it up. That's Kirk. Sends it to the front. Beshan's got it there. He'll muck it for the last 2 seconds. And we'll walk away from a win with this. Colton Stoll picks up the win in his first varsity start of the season as the Saints prevail 3-1. Shots on goal is 30 for Dubuque, 22 for Cedar Rapids. We wish the Riders the best of luck with the rest of their season. We'll see you again. Saints travel to Kansas City next weekend. So, hopefully for good results there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again.